This here is the new 2022 Mini Cooper Convertible. Now it's a Resolute Edition, which pays tribute to the original Austin 1100. So you get a special colour combination with the paintwork and the finishes on the car. But Mini have made a significant change to their entire lineup of cars, and I can't quite believe that they've done this. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But first, let's have a closer look at some of the styling designs you get on this Resolute Edition. So probably the most important feature of the Resolute Edition is the exclusive paintwork that's on here. Now this is actually in Rebel Green. Now this used to only be available on the John Cooper Works models, but it's exclusive for this Resolute Edition. And it also gets Resolute bronze accents on it. So you'll see the bonnet stripes down here, and it's also got it round the grille as well, and round the headlights. So loads of little cool features there, and the contrast in colour, it's not something you see all the time, and actually it gets a lot of people kind of looking and staring at the car and thinking, what's that? That looks quite cool. And what you might notice as well is that the Mini badge, it's not chrome anymore like it is on the keys, and that's actually a sustainability thing. They're trying to get rid of chrome just because of how bad it is to try and make it. And if we just take you around the side of the car here, you see you do get these really cool 17-inch alloys on there, and again, kind of black body coloured bumpers round. They're just plastic, but you do get the bronze accents on the side vents here. Now this does have the black pack on it, so the mirror packs are black, but on a one without the black pack, these would be pepper white. And if you didn't have the convertible, the roof would also be pepper white as well. So you would have the Rebel Green paint, the Resolute bronze accent, and the pepper white mirrors and roof. Now that's getting a bit too many colours for me. I quite like this having the black pack on it, and it also changes what you get in the interior as well. Now I said about the badges, getting rid of all the chrome. They do still have chrome all the way around the shoulder line of the car, so are the badges going to make much difference? I don't know, maybe, but I would quite like this to be gloss black as well, because I tend to do that to my own cars anyway. And on the rear of this car, you'll see that they're stuck to the nice Union Jack lights on here. I do quite like these. I don't know, there's a lot of criticism around them because it is like a Union Jack, but I do quite like that. It's much nicer than just a plain round bulb. It wasn't very nice before. And again, you've got your black badges, so the Cooper badge there is black and the Mini badge on the boot. Now, the only problem with this being the convertible, you can see I've got the roof down here, and because of where the roof sits, the boot has to open down the way, and it's quite difficult to load stuff in here, and you don't get much room in there either. So I think if you're looking for storage space, the hatchback is probably a better option for you. But if you're not too fussed about it, how cool does this look? And in nice weather like today, it's great having that roof down and just driving around and hearing the exhaust. It's quite fun. So of course I mentioned that this is the Resolute Edition. So you get a lot of really quirky styling traits for it. You've got this multifunction steering wheel here, which has the Resolute badge across the bottom. But behind that, you've got this retro rev counter. So a lot of new cars now will be digital displays behind the wheel, but I quite like having that physical counter behind it. And over here, you've got this nice big 8.8-inch touchscreen now with the LED surround. So as you change like your climate control or change drive mode here, these all change colours as well, and it's quite a nice touch. And the final touch in here is this Resolute bronze finish along the dashboard, which is quite cool if you ask me. Now, the significant change that I wanted to talk about, I just need to get it off my chest, is that Mini have made a lot of changes to the lineup, and they've now stopped making diesel engines, which I can accept, but they've also done away with that manual transmission. So now, if you go and buy a brand new Mini, you're only going to get a petrol and an automatic, or an electric vehicle. So, to me, I don't know if I like that idea. Mini, of course, is a small city car, and a lot of people liked it for how easy it was driving around town. And yes, this gearbox is great in the automatic, and it is so easy to drive, but it's just going to make it more expensive to buy one. So what I want to know from you is, do you think that's a move in the right direction for Mini, or is it going to put you and other people off buying them now because you don't have that option? Let me know in the comments down below. Time to put this automatic gearbox to the test and find out if it can really justify getting rid of the manual. Let's go for a drive. So in terms of driving the Mini Coopers used to have the problems. When they first started coming out, they were like tin cans. I mean, of course, they used to be tiny, but they were really just made of kind of cheap materials. They used to rattle around quite a lot, and it wasn't very nice to drive. Then a bit further on from that, they fixed all the rattles, but then the engine had a tendency to just explode out of nowhere, which obviously wasn't great for anybody involved. So they had to fix that. But I'm pleased to say that the new model, Mini Cooper and Mini Cooper S for 2022, they've fixed all of that. So it is actually very, very nice to drive, and it's got a lot less rattles. And thankfully, there's been no real reports of engines exploding in the recent past. Don't know what I'm talking about. But the good news is, driving along here, I feel quite comfortable in the car in terms of safety. I don't think, what if this blows up? And I don't think, what's that rattling noise? One thing I would note is that the convertible is a little bit noisy on the inside, and I think it's just purely down to insulation. Obviously, it's a material roof, so I think a lot of the exterior noise gets in, and you get a lot of wind noise. I don't really enjoy that actually. I don't like having a car that's too noisy. I feel like it's very distracting and it's just constantly in your ear. But saying that, I do think that if you were to get the hatchback version, it would be much, much quieter because you would have like the metal roof around you. Now, the one thing that obviously is bugging me now with Mini is this gearbox. So let's put this automatic gearbox to the test because I really, really need something good from it to justify getting rid of a manual. So just now I'm driving around, I've just got it in normal mode, and it's absolutely fine. And I mean, it's quick enough, it's responsive, the gear changes are nice and smooth, and of course it does have a sport mode in the gear stick as well, but if you hit it over to the side, it will make it a bit more sporty in terms of it will drag the gears out a bit longer, let you rev a bit higher, and it's a bit more fun that way. So the gearbox is fantastic, and again, in recent history, I don't think there's been any major concerns with it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the car into sport mode and flick the gear stick into the sport mode as well. And I'm just going to join a motorway when there's no traffic. Now watch this acceleration. So you hear it really dragging the gears out there. I'm getting up to 5,000 RPM before it's thinking about changing. Obviously it sounds great from the exhaust, and it's just instant, and the gear changes there were so smooth you probably wouldn't have seen any jerking around from me with the gear changes. So like I say, fast and responsive, and in the sport mode it does have a nice feel to it. Imagine how that would have been if I was able to change gears myself. I just think that takes you back to raw driving, and it's a bit more engaging and you feel like you are actually driving. Just now, all I'm doing is pressing a pedal and that's it. However, all of that being said, this is a fantastic car. The automatic box, oh yeah, okay, it's automatic, blah blah blah, but it is fantastic. It does change very quickly, it's snappy, you can make it more sporty, drag the gears out if you want to. So yeah, it is still an exciting drive, and of course it's a Mini. It still has that mini go-kart feeling that we've all grown to love, and it's like synonymous with the name. Like people say Mini and everyone thinks go-kart, and yeah, it's still got that, still has that feel, so I do love it for that. I thought I'd just give a quick overview of my week with this car and what I think about it having a long-term review. Before I do that though, I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and if you have enjoyed it, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel as well if you want to see more reviews like this one. But anyway, let's jump into my summary. It's really, really fun. It does genuinely feel like a go-kart. It just sticks round corners like glue, and the drive is quite engaging, albeit only in an automatic gearbox. But as you've seen earlier, the gearbox is very responsive, and you can put it into sport mode and really drag the gears out, getting up to the higher rev range, so it can be really fun when you want it to be. Other than that though, for daily driving around, very nice car, small and compact, easy to park. The only thing I would say is the steering can be a little bit heavy, but for most of the time, it's totally fine. Inside the car is a nice place to be. You've got all your nice soft touch materials, the beautiful trim designs on the Resolute Edition with your bronze accents around everything, and of course your nice digital LED displays and your physical rev counter behind the wheel. The only thing I didn't really enjoy is the fact that it's a convertible, just because it's a little bit on the noisy side and it takes away a lot of the boot space as well. But if it was the hatchback version, I think that would save all of these issues, and I think I would have to give it a solid 9 or 10 out of 10 if it was the hatchback version. For the convertible, just purely down to personal taste, I think it would probably get a 7 because everything else about the car is absolutely brilliant, and I have really enjoyed it, and I will be sad to see it go. So I hope you've enjoyed my review of this Mini as well, and I hope I've given you all the information you're looking for. But if you do want to know anything else, please leave a comment. And other than that, I would really recommend that you go and test drive one of these cars, because you will be surprised if you've never tried one before. Thanks again for watching.